Hello, everyone, and thank you very much for joining me on this channel, Adults ESL Online Learning. I'm Dr. Hernandez Smith, and this video is about Death on the Nile, the Agatha Christie murder mystery. In Death on the Nile, Hercule Poirot was a combat soldier in the war. He and his countrymen were outnumbered and about to die. But Perrault noticed birds flying up in the sky and realized a way to hide using the gas on the ground and charge their enemy. His captain followed the advice and it worked. However, a hidden bomb was set off and it injured or killed everyone around it. Perrault was a patient in the war hospital. He was traumatized and his face was injured with deep cuts from the bomb. His nurse listened and comforted him, and he fell in love with her. She told him to grow a mustache to mask the horror and pain he witnessed from war. Years later, he was a guest at a speakeasy. He overheard and was impressed by the entertainment manager demanding to be paid up front by the club owner. As the singer Salome Otterborn sang the blues, Perrault saw Jackie Belafort introduce her fiancé, Simon Doyle, to her best friend, Lynette Ridgway, an heiress. On vacation, Perrault was at the pyramids and ran into his friend Boke and Euphemia, a renowned painter and Boke's mother. Boke explained that they were part of a wedding party. Lynette and Simon married and were celebrating their honeymoon. The honeymoon was joined by Lynette's longtime maid, Louise, Salome and her niece and manager, and Lynette's old classmate, Rosalie, Lynette's godmother, Marie, and her nurse, Mrs. Bowers, Andrew, Lynette's cousin, who was in charge of her will, and Dr. Linus Windlesham, who had been engaged to Lynette before she left him for Simon. Lynette and Simon requested protection from Perrault because Jackie had followed them there. And Perrault advised for them to go home, but Simon wanted to continue to celebrate their honeymoon. So Lynette chartered the cruise SS Karnak. However, she admitted to Perrault that she was paranoid and did not trust her guests. During a stopover, Boke confessed to Perrault that he was dating Rosalie despite Euphemia's disapproval. Lynette and Simon narrowly evaded a collapsing boulder, and there was a sandstorm. So the guests returned to the Karnak only to find Jackie had also boarded. Lynette and Simon decided to leave the following morning, and while Lynette left to sleep for the night, Simon confronted Jackie. She shot at his leg. Boke and Rosalie brought Jackie to be tended by Mrs. Bowers, while Windlesham tended to Simon's wound. Louise found Lynette shot in the head the following morning and her valuable jewel necklace stolen. Perrault, joined by Simon and Boke, began interrogating the guests and unraveled possible motivations. Jackie was ruled out as a killer due to being monitored by Bowers all night. Lynette had forcefully ended Louise's engagement and kept her as her servant. Windlesham was revealed to be part of an aristocratic family, but he gave up his privilege to help people as a doctor. Bowers was also from a wealthy family, but she and her workers were evicted of their lands because of Lynette's parents. Perrault deduced that she was not Van Schuyler's maid, but her lover. Andrew had almost let Lynette sign a reworked contract that would have embezzled her, had it not been for Rosalie's intervention. He also possessed a larger gun. Salome had a gun similar to Jackie's in her headdress, um, and Euphemia spotted Lynette's necklace among her belongings and reported it to Perot, who began suspecting her as well. Jackie's gun, the murder weapon, was eventually found and wrapped with Van Schuyler's missing scarf and missing two bullets. Perot gathered book Euphemia, Salome, and Rosalie and revealed that he was hired by Euphemia to spy on Rosalie to see if she was a suitable love for Boke. Despite Perot's approval, Euphemia still denied to give them her blessing to Book's distress, while Rosalie berated Perot for deceiving them. She calls him out about wearing a mask to hide his true feelings, which is quite insightful. Louise was found dead in the water while she's berating him, with her throat slit and money found among her belongings. As tensions rose high among the guests, they start fighting. Perot saw the shape of a possible witness near blood splatter from Louise's murder. Uh, Perot and Simon interrogated Boke, and Perot deduced that Boke had already found Lynette dead. He stole her jewel necklace and placed it in his mother's belongings to implicate her for stealing. That would give him and Rosalie freedom from her. He then witnessed Louise extorting money from the real killer before she was killed herself and threw his coat in the river as it was coated in Louise's blood. Before he could reveal the killer, Boke was assassinated from afar. Someone shot him with a gun, and Perot chased after the killer and failed to catch them, only to find Andrew's gun left behind. Motivated by the death of his closest friend, he and the crew of Karnak locked the surviving guests in the boat's bar, having solved the murder. Perot got Andrew to confess that he had thrown the boulder off at Simon and Lynette as an act of desperation, but he was adamant that he was not the killer. Perot revealed that Simon was Lynette's killer, with Jackie as the mastermind. They were still lovers, as they had arranged Simon's romance with Lynette so Simon would inherit her wealth once she was killed. Having pretended to shoot Simon, she managed to distract Boke and Rosalie while Simon used the paint stolen from Euphemia's kit to fake his injury. He used the short amount of time to kill Annette with Louise witnessing it and then shot himself in the leg with Van Charler's scarf as a silencer in time for Windlesham to arrive. Simon later disposed of the murder weapon while Jackie later killed Louise and Boke. Engaged in a standoff with Perot and Salome, Simon attempted to escape with Jackie, but Jackie, knowing there was no escape for them, shot through both of them, killing the two lovers. The passengers disembarked. Salome admitted she was interested in Perot and wished she had never saw him work. And in London, a clean-shaven Perot visited Salome's blues club to watch her perform. Let me know what you think and leave a comment in the comment section. These are my questions after watching the film Death on the Nile. Number 1, do Hercule and Salome have a chance at a relationship? I think this is a really interesting twist to have a love interest for Hercule Poirot, especially a love interested like Salome, a blues singer who is an older woman. She's his age equivalent, and she's an African American woman and a blues singer. So I think she makes for a very complicated and interesting character. When they were at the pyramids, he was um, sharing his plans for the future with Salome. He was, revealing how he wants what he wants to do when he retires, and it really tickled Salome. She was really taken back by his vulnerability, showing his, you know, his warm side, if you will. So I'm glad that they ended the film with Perot at her club after this whole mess, all this murder. But we're in London at her blues club, and he's just chilling, watching her sing the blues. And we see that his mustache is completely shaved off, and you see his scar, which is symbolic. He's taken off his mask for her, and she gets to see the the true him, the one that's gone through some stuff, some major life experiences, war, which is so interesting because the people in his circle, or the people that he was surrounded with on the Nile, were all very greedy, wealthy people, opportunistic people. And we see in the beginning of the film, he is a war soldier. He's a combat soldier. He's not a leader. He's not an aristocrat who can just avoid war. He's in the trenches, literally, and he's not the elite, even though he is around the elite, if you will. And he's comfortable with this blues singer who isn't part of that scene anyway. I just really loved this take on the character, which leads me to question number 2. How is this Hercule Poirot different from the other performances? I don't know about you, but I don't know the names, but I've been watching the PBS versions of Agatha Christie's novels, their adaptations, which are Masterplace Theater. I forgot the name. Anyway, I watched that a lot, and I also like the Agatha Christie's from the 70s. And each Hercule Poirot is impressive to me. I like them all, and one's funny and goofy. The other one is very scary, and this one is just seems to be a very tormented Hercule Poirot. And when I say this Kenneth Branagh is his performance of Hercule Poirot is one of a tormented character, and I appreciate that. I like this version as well. So what do you think? Leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what your questions might be after watching Death on the Nile, or what your opinion is about the film and the performances. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you want to be updated about more videos that have this type of content, click the subscribe button and the notification bell as well. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.